A big component of Ayurveda is prevention. You guys have all heard the saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. This is very, very true in Ayurveda. And the reason for that is because we should be responsible for our physiology. We should be active participants in our health. And what that means is understanding how your body will react in certain situations. You hear a lot of people put a lot of blame on stress, on their surroundings. I couldn't focus, there was too much noise, there were too many distractions, that's why I didn't do well in school. Or even when they're in a relationship, they look at other stressors to put the blame on. Being aware of how your body will respond and react in any given situation is the key fundamental aspect regarding your doshas, or how it will manifest in your physiology. Let's take a Vata person for example. Vata, again, is governed by air and space. And so these people usually tend to be thinner, they usually have a light frame, they usually tend towards worry and anxiety. They're usually prone to a lot of dryness in the body and the joints. They have variable appetites. They have a lot of irregularities. They could have variable digestion. And so all of these things are Vata related. So what are some of the things that Vata people can do to prevent disease? When you look at a Vata person, you will notice that there's certain signs and symptoms that will manifest. One, primarily, the first one being irregularity. What does it mean to become Vata deranged? In a Vata body constitution, routine is of absolute importance. Vata people usually tend to be airy and go with the flow. So an important aspect of that is grounding them, calming them down. So everything we want to do for a Vata person should be warm, nourishing, unctuous, all of the qualities that are opposite to the cold, dry, rough prakriti or qualities of Vata person. When it comes to prevention, we are able to better understand how certain diseases manifest within certain prakritis or body constitutions. For example, if you look at a Pitta person filled with a lot of fire, Pitta people usually tend to be ambitious. They're usually a lot more muscular structurally. And so when there's increased heat in the body, they're the first ones to sort of be aggravated, irritated, agitated. They tend to get migraines or heat headaches. They're usually the ones to give others headaches as well. But understanding what will happen in a certain situation will help a Pitta person better prevent how that manifests in the body. If they know that they're going into a meeting, or if they know that they're going into a stressful situation, how can they help themselves stay cool, stay calm, stay collected? And Kapha. Again, the elements correlated with Kapha are earth and water. Kapha people are usually a lot more structurally sound. They love their routine, they have excellent memory, but all of these are vitiated as soon as there's any form of irregularities. As soon as they get out of their routine, as soon as something goes wrong, Kapha people get aggravated or agitated. And so if Kapha people are knowingly going into a situation where, whether it's travel or a stressful moment where they don't know what the outcome is going to be, how can they best prevent anything manifesting in the body on a physiological level? How can they remain grounded and focused throughout this situation? When people come to me and I give them their recommendations or regimen, they will look it over and say, oh, but I tend to do all of these things. And I just smile and say, well, that's why you're imbalanced. Vata people love their chips and crackers, they love dry foods, they love cold foods, they love their raw salads. And these are all of the qualities that are aggravating for the Vata dosha. Pitta people are usually very sharp, focused, ambitious. These are also the people that love their spicy food. They love their Indian food, they love their Thai curries, but this is also, again, agitating the Pitta dosha. And Kapha people love their sweets. You should never take a Kapha person away from their sweets. But again, these are also the things that aggravate the Kapha dosha and increase the heaviness or unctuousness in the body. So for Vata people, we want warm, oleating, nourishing foods. For Pitta people, we want cooling, sharp, green leafy vegetables. For Kapha people, we want something that's a lot more exciting and invigorating, pungent foods. We want to get them up and going. Another important aspect is exercise. For the past few years, there's a fad going around known as Bikram yoga, hot belly yoga. And while this has been practiced in India for hundreds of years, it's just being introduced to the Western world. And so I have all of my friends and teachers, colleagues, everybody is running to check out their newest and greatest hot yoga class. But what does it really do for the body? Let's look at a Pitta Prakriti, somebody with a lot of heat in them. When a hot person goes to hot belly, it aggravates their Pitta even more, increases the heat that's already within them. When you look at a Vata person, what are the exercises that are the exact opposite of the elements of Vata? Quick, flowing, moving. You want Vata people to practice grounding and nourishing activities. Things like a flowing yoga or a yin-styled yoga, Pilates, walking. All of these are good for the Vata dosha. When you look at Pitta, we want Pitta to sweat out some of the heat that's in their body, and so we want to cool them down. Things like swimming, any water sports are excellent for the Pitta dosha. It will keep them moving and ambitious as well as cooling them down. And then the Kapha dosha, people who usually need a little bit more encouragement, are the ones we want to entice into going to rigorous, high-intensity interval training workouts or hot belly yoga. We want these people to sweat every day. So the exercise that you do has to be based upon your body constitution, so you get the best benefit and the most nourishment out of the exercise that you perform.